Good morning, friends. Ann here. Got my cup of coffee, got the Word of God, and today's reading is from Matthew chapter 9, verses 14 through 17. Today we are reading about a time when Jesus had a conversation about fasting that wasn't only about fasting. So before you think I'm going to ask you to not eat again for the rest of the day, stay with me, hang with me. Here we go. 14 says this. One day, the disciples of John the Baptist came to Jesus and asked him, "Why don't your disciples fast like we do and the Pharisees do?" Okay, so fasting was a ritual that would enable them not to lose weight or to be healthy or whatever it is that so many of us fast now, but to give them time to focus on God. And what they were asking him is, why are you not doing things the same way that we've always done them? I mean, this is a ritual that we do, and yet you're doing something different. You're teaching your disciples to do something different. Jesus replies, this is in chapter 9, verse 15, "Do wedding guests mourn while celebrating with the groom? Of course not, but someday the groom will be taken away from them, and then they will fast. Besides, who would patch old clothing in new cloth? For the new patch would shrink and rip away from the old cloth, leaving an even bigger tear than before. And no one puts new wine into old wineskins, for the old skins would burst from the pressure, spilling the wine and ruining the skins. New wine is stored in new wineskins, so that both are preserved." Friends, Jesus here is talking about fasting, yes, but really even more than that. He was talking about this idea that sometimes we anchor ourselves in old traditions when we are in a new situation. Friends, this fasting for them was a tradition. It was a tradition that would help them connect with God as they waited for the Messiah. And Jesus is saying, here I am. You don't have to wait anymore. You don't have to fast so that I will come, because I am already here. Why would you mourn while I'm here? Why would you fast while I'm here? You cannot put old traditions in a new situation and expect that they are going to work like they did before. Friends, this is really important for us because so many of us go through these traditions, we go through these rituals, we go through these things that we've always done because we've always done them. And we think that somehow they're going to work in this new situation with this new heart, this new mind, this new spiritual body that God has given us. Friends, old ways don't belong in new people. And I think it's important for us to recognize that and for us to search our hearts and our minds and say, God, what old ways are still driving me? Because friends, if Jesus's disciples were fasting at that point to make sure that God knew and heard their prayer that Messiah would come, then they would be denying the new thing that God had done in their lives by sending Messiah to them. Friends, old ways don't belong in new and transformed people. What old ways do you need to get rid of today so you can fully be the new person that God has called you and created you to be? Have a good day.